this is Jay from Explore the Movement. In today's video, we're going to be looking a little bit deeper into a study again. The study is going to be, well, the title of the study, the hypothesis of the study is, can marathon running help to improve knee damage on middle-aged adults? If you are new to the channel here, I would highly appreciate it if you go down now and just click the subscribe button. It shows that about 70% of you that watch the videos are actually not subscribed, and I really would appreciate it if you smash that subscribe button. Okay, let's get into the study. So like I said, the hypothesis of the study was, sorry, I have my notes here as well, was, can marathon running improve knee damage of middle-aged adults? Now, this type of study was a longitudinal cohort study. So the sample that they took was sedentary adults, which means they didn't do running, they didn't have any previous marathon experience, and the mean age of these were about 44 years old. There were 51 males and 64 females that competed in this, so a total of 115 healthy, asymptomatic, average age adults. All of these participants were first-time marathon runners. Like I said, the whole group was sedentary, so they didn't do any exercise before, and they were all asymptomatic, so it means they didn't have any knee pain going into the study either. So the method that they used was to pre-screen them. They did a self-assessment questionnaire, and they also did MRI imaging on the knees to get an anatomical view of what the tissues are prior to it. This all happened 6 months before the marathon actually started. Now, they followed a they followed a standardized program, which was, in our case, they didn't mention it in the study, hopefully progressively overloaded, taking you slowly from the start, building it up until you make those specific volume needs for the marathon. The average time that they ran the marathon in, the mean time, was 5 hours and 20 minutes. So it gives you a little bit of an idea of how many of them were a little bit faster, how many of them were a little bit slower, and then the average was, around five hours. All right, so the results is interesting because there was no significant differences in the BMI of the sample group, which means that it's not a case of where you had somebody that was morbidly obese and they lose a ton of weight and that reduces the load on the knee, which in return could mean that there's less stress on the knee chronically. So the mean average of their BMIs stayed the same and was not really significant at all. Now, when we look a little bit deeper, let's look at the findings on the actual anatomical changes. So when we looked at the meniscus, before they went into the running and before the marathon, 51 of the knees had meniscal tears and 23 of the meniscal tears were hypersensitive on the medial side. After the running, that stayed exactly the same. They didn't get any more tears through the running, but the running also didn't help to heal the tears at all. The articulating cartilage has showed significant improvements. In the subchondral bone, we saw significant improvements, and also in the function of the knee. Now, this could be linked to an increase in stability in the knee from the running. It could be an increase in the muscular system, the tendons, the ligaments. So what this study tells us is that running is not going to worsen the condition on the knee that was created previously. A sedentary life is much worse than a non-active life. So a big point that we can take away here. The other thing is we would like to see maybe in future studies that the time domain of this might be increased more, because we already know that runners have some of the thickest intervertebral discs in their lower back due to the stress that they have from running. So good study, but we would like to see in the future maybe a longer study over a couple of years instead of just a few months, with slowly adaptive overloading, and see the effect on the anatomical changes from that. So take away from this, get up off the couch, don't sit down, go run towards and train towards your limitations, and have fun with it. All right, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, I'd highly appreciate that. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section, and see you next time. Ciao.